Well, we got to talk about Battlefield 6. Now, I watched a good portion of this multiplayer reveal, and I mean, it was like a 4-hour live stream, and I got a fair amount through it, and I'm impressed. Straight up, this is definitely looking like a return to form for Battlefield. It's given me Battlefield 2 vibes. It's given me Battlefield 2142 vibes. Obviously, not the same game, but just the way it is playing on the screen, the way these matches seem to be going, it's definitely a return to form for me. It's kind of in my sweet spot. You know, I mean, I got my start on Battlefield 2142 and Battlefield 2, and seeing something that evokes those kind of feelings about the game, it's definitely good news for me. And I think it's good news for everybody because I think a lot of people have been itching for this kind of game for a long time, and they might have gotten it right this time. So basically, I've got a couple of things to talk about. I wanted to talk about the mechanics that you can see and some of the things they talked about during it. And also, I wanted to dive into the language that they were using because I think it's important to talk about how they're talking about the game. It could just be marketing buzz, but I believe it goes deeper than that. And I'll talk about that at the end. So before that, let's talk about the actual mechanics, about how it looks, how it feels, how it plays. Obviously, you can see the gameplay on the screen here. This is from the live stream, and basically they got a bunch of live streamers into a room together and had them play. This particular map is in conquest mode, but they had them play against each other and just play the game. And this is what it looked like, and this is how it's working. And it seems like they're discovering features about the game as they're playing it, and they're talking about it during the commentary. But yeah, everything they've said, everything that they've talked about, definitely a return to form for Battlefield. Now, some of the things they did talk about and were revealed in other press releases and what have you. The class system is back. That's probably the biggest thing. I saw a guy jump in and repair a tank with a welding torch. So you've got engineers that can fix vehicles now. I guess that was gone for quite a while. I kind of checked out after they went stupid with Battlefield. So it was kind of, I think Battlefield 4 was my last attempt, and that was the end of it. And I didn't really play much of 4 or 3. I was really more into the 2142 and the 2. And then, Bad Company was good. But like I said, I mean, they've changed it so much over the years, and especially culminating with 2042, people were just done with it. They didn't want that kind of a game. They wanted Battlefield the way Battlefield used to be. And I think that is this. Like I said, class system is back. Just looking at the vehicles and how they act and how the mechanics work, that seems to be just right back to the old school Battlefield. Like the helicopters and the jets you can see going overhead. They did seem to make a fair amount more room for the jets than I'm used to. And I think that's a good thing because there's a lot of maps where you feel a little too cramped to be able to pull off a jet. And so, I don't always want to grab the jet just because it's like you're so limited that you can't really maneuver the way you want to maneuver. You can't navigate the map outside of that zone, so you can't really do what you want to do with it. At least maybe that's just me. But yeah, it seems like you get lots of room to work with this. And there's the jet right there. Obviously he's got a lot of space. He's not getting any warnings about leaving the area of combat or what have you. He's got lots of room to maneuver. It seems like there's no issue there, and that's great to see because I love the jets, and that's what I like to see. That's what I want to see is, flying an F-16 around and being able to go where I need to go to position myself where I want to be, and that's a good thing to see. The helicopters obviously are easier to maneuver, but it seems like it's good balance too because as they were playing the game, a lot of these jets and helicopters were getting shot down left and right. So if you've got a team that's good at intercepting that air, intercepting air combat and, taking them out as soon as possible, you can actually keep the playing field leveled between ground and air combat and keep them in check. So that's something that not everybody gets right, but it's good to see that happened here. Now, I don't know how well that's going to work in the real world. Obviously, those are balancing issues that you never really 100% know until it goes live and you're actually out in the wild and players are actually playing it, not a bunch of, live streamers who play video games for their day. So that's something that we're not going to know for sure, but it does seem like the intention was there to keep things balanced, but still Battlefield, if that makes sense. And then like the last thing that I want to say about it is that the language is very much there. Now, as I said in the beginning, it could just be marketing. It could just be that spin that they're trying to put on it to get people to buy it. But what they were talking about as they were commenting on it, like, oh yeah, the classes are back and this, that, and the other. And you know, you can fly the helicopter and this guy got shot down and they got parachutes and this and that. You know, the things that they were talking about and the things that they were saying, oh, this is a return to form to old Battlefield. It was lining up on screen too. You can see that those things were actually thought about and put into this game. They did make the effort. So I think it's beyond just marketing. I think it is actually in the dev team, in the culture. The culture has shifted in such a way to try and recapture those good old days of Battlefield so that they can get back to their roots. Obviously, like I said, this is a bunch of live streamers, professional gamers in a room playing it in a closed circuit. So out in the wild, it might be a different experience. Obviously, they're not showing us everything. It was just a few maps and a few modes, or like 2 modes. And so we're not going to know for sure. Also, we haven't seen the single-player campaign. So there's a lot that we haven't seen. But just from what we've seen, just from what I've seen in this, I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful on this game. And so I think unless the other shoe drops, I think this is a buy for me. I'm not going to pass on this one. I pass on a lot of games, but this one I'm going to get. I'm not going to pre-order it. You know, I've stopped pre-ordering games. I'm done with the pre-order nonsense because you're paying for something you don't know what you're getting. And I'll wait until it actually comes out and see some of the reactions in the wild and see how it works in the wild. Have them work through their teething issues when it first releases, maybe wait a week or something. So, but I am going to buy it. I'm not going to pre-order, but I am going to buy it. And unless something drastic changes, but I don't see that happening. Just based on what I've seen, I think this is Battlefield. I think this is what we're going to get. And like I said, I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful that this is like a Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 2142 experience. It certainly feels like it for me. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Do you plan on getting this? Do you plan on passing on it? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the gameplay footage. If you did watch that live stream, let me know what you thought of that and how they were talking about the game. Obviously, I mean, you know, there is going to be marketing spin on everything, and that's just a fact of life. But did you kind of get the sense that it went deeper than just the marketing, or was it just marketing spin for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you like these kind of videos, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys later.